don't know what's better, like you freaking out over that, or
Good, that's the first thing we hear.
just.
Great.
All right.
Okay, starting this podcast off with a bang, or should I say
Right.
bang? Sorry. Um,
With a bang. Anyway.
I'm Tito. In
And
case
I'm
it's fucking
Gree'hah.
rainbow. Oh,
Gree'hah
now.
Savijay. The original Funkasaurus. Brodus Clay, you stole that shit from me. You know, damn well I was the first one to invent that shit. Damn well. This is the Lost Woods podcast.
The Lost Woods podcast! Yay! Currently down to no viewers.
We're up to no good.
No.
As in, we're not fun to watch.
No, we're terribly fun to watch. You don't even know.
And you'll still don't know. Anyway.
Alright.
Okay. Would you like to start with the introduction?
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that? I missed.
The introduction. The introduction. How did we say that before we do?
No, it was introduction. Introduction. Okay, no, but I'm very curious about this Brendan Urie story.
Oh yeah.
I need to know.
You need to know about this? Alright. Basically. Give me a second. What happened was, Panic at the Disco, which is Brendan Urie's band, in case, you know, the people watching this have no taste in music, but I'm not going to judge. Basically, they pledged to donate $1,000 to a U.S. gay rights campaign after the Westboro Baptist Church picketed their show in Kansas City. Basically, Brendan Urie said, well, for every person that comes and pickets, we'll send however much money to this gay rights campaign. What ended up happening was they didn't send a lot of people for the most part, and Brendan Urie was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to send them like $1,000. Fuck you, Westboro Baptist. That was cool. That was cool. Brendan Urie proving that he's not just an attractive man,
He's a very,
but a
he's so
generous
very pretty.
and not bigoted man. Anyway, fucking rock on, Brendan Urie. You have earned my respect once again.
I must say it adds to his perfection. He was sculpted by God himself. And now he's even better.
I would rather he be sculpted by someone more professional than God.
Oh my god.
Maybe a Michelangelo, perhaps.
Michael fucking Angelo.
Yeah, we were intelligently designed, and that's why we have an appendix and a tailbone. Things that we don't use and or need. Alright. But enough with that blasphemy, Gree'hah Savijay. Anyway, go ahead. What else do you want to talk about for right now?
I don't know, I'm just laughing at you. We're not struggling. We're fine.
Flailing.
We're good.
Flailing.
Flailing.
Flailing. Flailing.
Flailing.
Ah!
Flailing.
Flailing.
Alright, so I need to point out a thing, and I'm gonna have your screen big, because every now and then your guitar just kind of like does that, like it's doing it now. It's fucking weird.
It's alright.
No, it's weird.
I'm just gonna like. Yeah.
It just
My roommate.
It just kind of goes like this.
You can't see him because he's dead, but
Can't see.
he's under the floorboards.
Is it a ghost? Is it like a legit ghost?
It's a ghost, and his name will be.
We should name his ghost. His name is what?
Gree'hah the ghost. Gree'hah the ghostly guitar.
Gree'hah the ghostly guitar. Don't hide him. He'll get mad. He might stop our podcast. And I'll be all sad.
I'm gonna use my hair so you can't see him. There we go. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I'm just like, what's up?
What's up, girl?
What's up, girl?
Let me get it.
How you
Let me get
doing?
that honey bun, girl. Honey bun. Oh,
Baby
Jesus
G, how
Christ.
just Lord. Oh, no, this is fun. Well, I guess since this is our inaugural podcast, we should
Good
explain
word.
some
Good
things.
word.
I know words.
You know words. Damn
No
it.
words, man.
Graduated. Damn it.
Damn it. But like I was saying, we should explain some of the things that we plan to do together. That
This is,
sounded
this
bad.
is basically just the conversations we would have in the car going to school, just on the internet and for everyone to see. So everyone could see how much stupid we are.
We've been saying for quite some time now, ever since I started watching Rooster Teeth and I started listening to their podcasts, um,
But can I
that
interject? Can I
no,
interject?
because I'm explaining a thing
All
and
right.
giving you
All
to do.
right. You would explain, and then I will
That's
explain.
some really loud thunder. I don't know if everyone can hear that, but I can hear it, and it just shook my house.
It's
Yep.
super duper hot and not at all stormy here.
Well, you're in Florida and I'm not, so meh.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
great! I'm in Florida where they can kill you for no reason. Awesome.
true.
Anyway,
Anyways, ever since
property.
for about a year now, we've been talking about doing a podcast because the conversations we have in the car or at Applebee's or just anywhere they were just funny. They were just funny to listen to.
If I say so myself, zany, would that be a good word?
Zany is a great word.
Wordsmith. Anyway,
Zany is a fabulous word.
zany, funzy, funzy, Funzy. I remember when I invented that word and everyone freaked out because it was perfect.
It was a very perfect word. But yeah, so we started this because we've been talking about it for a while now, and I learned how to stream from Google Hangouts.
Recently,
Everything easier.
recently.
Very.
She dragged me on. I was so lost. I have never in my life been good at technology. Ever.
This is why I'm controlling the whole thing, and you're not.
Yeah, this is why I'm just here to be funny. And you're here to make sure everyone sees me being funny.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say being cute, but all right.
Well, you know that.
My job is entirely different than what I thought it was.
I suppose. But the thing with Rooster Teeth, the thing that pisses me off, specifically about you, is I can tell Taylor to check out something. She will never ever check it out. She has to find something on her own to check out.
That's not necessarily true, even though I totally told you that.
Like I was watching Red vs. Blue in 2012. You found them like late 2013ish.
April of 2013.
And I got so pissed off at you because I told you. No, 2011. I told you, hey, this company is making this weird stuff on
you
the
didn't tell me
internet.
to 2013. You did
Yeah.
not tell me to 2013 because I didn't start watching YouTubers, like gaming YouTubers, until 2013. It was when I started watching Crime PewDiePie.
All right.
That's when you told me. No, thank you. No.
So anyway, which brings me to our next thing that we need to explain to the people. We will be doing a show, a fun show. We'll be calling it Culture Shocked.
It'll be part of the podcast. It won't be like an actual
It'll
show.
be part of the podcast. Basically, it's to make sure that it's sort of an accountability thing to make sure each of us, like, who have never seen something that the other a fandom that the other person is involved in, and to make sure we can explain why we like this thing, and explain why this other person should like this thing as well. Like, for example, I know we'll make this episode eventually. I am a gigantic freaking fan of pro wrestling. As far as I'm concerned, Taylor has never seen pro wrestling in her life. And it's okay, because I'm going to explain to her why I like it. I'm going to show her things about it that I like. I'm going to show her wrestling in itself, and try to explain to her why she should become a fan of pro wrestling.
No, you're not.
And she will do the same thing with me, because I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who in my life.
He knows the references to it.
I know, like, words like Gallifreyan.
Gallifrey! It's Gallifrey! I feel like I just said that wrong.
And he's got, like, 3 hearts or something like that.
Talk. I'm busy. Do you need something?
You know what I need? You know what I need? That honey bun, girl!
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. That's gonna get old.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Another thing about Culture Shock is how I think we should do it. I didn't talk to you this before we started this, but how I think we should do it is
just to show we're professional. We didn't talk about these things until we got onto the place where everyone can see us talk about these things.
We needed stuff to talk about, and now we've had it. I was just thinking, because I literally just had the thought, that maybe we like give the challenge on the podcast prior, and then like you challenging me to do the pro wrestling crap, and so the next time we do a podcast,
it's athletic and it's acrobatic and it's fun to watch.
Anyways, the next time we do a podcast, if I had watched it, let me finish, dear God.
Time Lord, whatever.
Dear God, let me finish. The next podcast, I'll sit here and tell you my review upon it. So you're challenging me to pro wrestling, and I'm challenging you to Doctor Who. Do not, you have to watch more than one episode of Doctor Who, because the first episode is not very good to go off of.
Tell me what to watch. Like, we'll tell each other what to watch, which episodes to watch, something that fully encapsulates what we love about what we're trying to get the other person to
I can do that. I can do that with Doctor Who.
Like, you could send me the episode with the statues that chase people who aren't looking at them.
No, never that episode.
Zane versus Cesaro, and you'll freak out. Anyway.
Alright, so my challenge...
You have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway.
No. The challenge until the next podcast is for me to watch pro wrestling, and for you to watch a Doctor Who episode that I pick. Right?
Alright. I can do that.
I'm gonna write that down.
I'm gonna write that down as well.
So you should talk while I'm writing this down.
I should talk? Alright. I think I'll
Tell a story.
The story?
Okay, I got it. We should explain ourselves. We should talk about ourselves.
Ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, be conceited a little bit. Tell us about yourself, Greg.
I wasn't going the conceited thing. I was going more of the, do we ever really know ourselves, man?
Do you ever wonder why we're here?
Yeah, I was watching that 2 years before you, so...
Shut up.
Actually, whatever.
Ray, talk about yourself. Tell us things that we should know about you, because I know you, but the people who are going to eventually watch this do not.
Alright. Basically, I'm a 19-year-old from Florida. I love music and video games and pro wrestling and other things, and you'll get to know me more. I'm the more zany. Zany is our word now. I'm the more zany member of the crew. She is the more laid-back one. Yeah. She's a little ball of fun when you get to know her. And by fun, I mean annoying.
Actually, no, he's right. Okay.
It depends.
Me.
Yes, TitoLynn.
TitoLynn. I will end your life, don't you?
TitoLynn.
Tito. Okay, so I am TitoLynn. Preferably Tito. I'm a 19-year-old girl. I currently live in North Carolina, where I was born. And, I like stuff. I like fashion and I like music as big things in my life. I'm really like video games too, even if I don't play them all that much as I would love to. I'm not as I'm not I don't have the money to waste on Xbox Ones and all that. Not as much as I would love to.
And all that. You just made a million gamer nerds go like, ugh.
Probably.
This girl.
This
Girl trying to understand a guy thing.
But
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
It is so. Did you just call gaming a guy thing?
The devil's advocate and be like, yeah, this gamer girl. Gamer girl. I don't know.
Have you ever noticed how actual gamer girls are actually attractive sometimes? It's weird.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jessica Negri. All right.
All right, we can talk.
Jessica Negri.
We can talk.
It was a joke. I was saying that she was attractive.
I was agreeing. I'm like, I can talk. I can talk.
I can talk about her. Yeah.
Let's talk.
She's pretty.
So.
Look at that love-struck face he's got thinking about Jessica.
Look, readers have been excited.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Guess we should talk about how we met each other. Do you remember when we first met, Gray? Actually,
I remember when we were freshmen and I said hi to you, and you.
No, we met before that. We went to
hair, and you wore bright colors, and you listened to bands like.
Probably the same bands I still listen to today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know how you were, tiny.
Oh no. That tiny little.
It's okay. You were a scene kid and I was a random kid. You know, the random kid.
The random kid.
Remember when that was a thing? Oh my god.
I'm so random. I used to do that actually.
I'm so random. Oh, why?
But
why?
to
But now it's okay because I'm instead of pretending to be a random kid, I'm pretending to be a Rudy. So that's all right.
Oh yeah.
I listen to reggae, growing the hair out. Man.
I'm cutting all mine off.
We're in a band, by the way. We talked about the band.
A band that hasn't officially started yet, but maybe.
Not really,
soon.
because I'm lame. I'm very lame.
And we also live in 2 different states.
Well, that's yeah.
We didn't exactly talk about how we met though, and I want to point out that we met back in elementary school. You just don't remember it.
Yes, because I was probably.
It was 2nd grade or
I
first.
was incredibly stupid up until about sophomore year.
I'm pretty sure we were in the same class at one point, but we didn't really start talking until
anything before 2006. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I didn't start having like memory permanence until 2006.
Wow. We didn't start really talking until like
sophomore year because we were in drama.
Yeah, we had drama class together.
It was an intro. And you liked Sailor Moon, and I remember being like, yeah, Sailor Moon's so pretty.
Was it intro to drama? Was it intro to drama or was it?
It was comprehensive theater. Comp theater.
Comp theater?
Yep.
Yeah, we had to make those boxes or bags of things that we...
singers. She's an alto. I'm a girl.
I'm an alto too. I'm the man.
She can probably sing lower than I can.
I don't know about that, but I can sing pretty low, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Well, I can't even do. I can barely do like. Well, I've got friends in places.
I like you just gave up. You're just like.
Moves away. That's my lower register. Just
Didn't our course director used to call me a man?
yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure there was a few incidents where he called me a man.
I remember one time you had to sing with the tenors. I don't remember if that was you or if that was some other girl with a really fucking low voice.
I remember who it was. I won't say her name, but I remember who it was. No, but.
And the time I said, you should tell them about this time I got to sing Under Pressure.
Under Pressure.
And I could do that really high note. Yeah.
I think we did a acapella version of Under Pressure.
Yep.
And
I was Freddie Mercury.
There's this really high part in it that like most of us could not reach. Unless you're like a super soprano.
Random fact, not the highest note he's ever sang.
I believe it.
He sang even higher notes than that.
Like I said, I believe it. But we had that really high part that unless you were like a super soprano, you couldn't hit. And Gray.
Oh no, I hit the motherfucker. I hit the motherfucker down. Yeah, man.
I just stood back with the alto twos and sang my part.
My dad can sing higher than me.
That scares me.
My grandfather can sing lower than me.
Wow.
It's like my grandfather is Johnny Cash and my father is Michael Jackson.
I know a song I want to cover with you.
What?
The next time we're in the same state.
All right.
I think it's called The End of All Things.
All right.
It's from my favorite band, and I forget the name of it. I'm so good at loving my bands. Yeah, it's The End of All Things. I was right. It's just wow words. It's a really nice song to harmonize.
Wow words.
I said wow words.
WOWARDS. Wow words.
Yes.
Yes, and I just spelled it out for you, so you can see it. You can now see how ridiculous the thing you said is.
I said wow words.
All right.
What I was trying to say was it's really.
If I'm to interject, the song we should sing when we're in the same state. I'll write this down. What is it called?
The End of All Things.
The End of All Things. THANGS. Anyway. Do you know Against Me?
From?
No, not Against Me. Is it Against Me? Yes, Against Me.
I don't know, because I don't know who it's from.
All right. Against Me is a band.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the song. I was like,
yes.
No. But no, I don't know that.
Black Me Out by Against Me. The most emotional song I've heard in a long time.
Okay. That's Lifeboat we've talked about.
The Lifeboat. Did we talk?
Oh, we didn't say the name of it. That's
We talked about the band. We didn't say the name. All right. We are the Lifeboat, and I just threw my pen.
Glorious. You are a glorious human being.
I'm fully aware. Anyway.
My friend did send us topics to talk about if we're lost. But the name of our band is going to be Lifeboat. So, there's that.
All right.
We never really got that out, so I thought I should actually say it.
While I'm not screaming and throwing pens and spelling out stupid
things. Yeah. Okay, so my friend Troy, he said we should talk about the scariest experience that has happened to us.
All right, let's do it. You go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
The scariest experience that's ever happened to me? Oh, I don't really want to know if it was scary, more or less like upsetting. Because I mean, like everything's scary to me. I get nervous by everything.
I've got a good story, but you keep going.
The scariest thing that's ever happened to me was like when my No, I do know. When my grandpa was in the hospital and I thought he was gonna like not be there, I like blacked out for a good 2 days. I don't remember him.
2 days.
I was there, like I was functioning, but I don't remember 2 days of my grandpa being in the hospital because it's just kind of like not
You were
there.
in a state of like shock.
Yeah, I was in a state of I'm too scared to remember this, so I'm gonna not remember it.
You were just sort of.
Yeah, it was like that when my grandma died too. I've got you stuck on that screen, and it's
Uh,
glorious.
um, my story is it's not necessarily scary. It's just it was a really bad situation, and I didn't know how I was necessarily going to handle it. If what I had thought was going to happen did happen, um, we were all playing. Not really Manhunt. It was more like the game that where like your friends would put you in like the trunk, blindfold you, and drop you off someplace, and then you have to get to another place.
I've never heard of this game. This sounds dangerous. I don't.
I don't remember what it was called. It had a really good name. I don't anyway. Um, but
Scariest game ever?
it's pretty scary.
With your
It's pretty
friends?
scary. It was late. It was super. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, I think, and we were doing this game, and me and the person you hate more than anyone else in the world, who
Greg?
I will not say his name because you told me not to. What? Did you
I
say
said
his
the
name?
name. I
You told
may
me
have
not
said his name.
not to mention anybody.
I wasn't thinking about being on live. Oh well.
Weren't thinking. Anyway, Robbie, Robbie, Robbie. Anyway, Robbie, the person Taylor hates more than anyone else in the world.
Don't say that,
Um,
because if he watches it, because I don't actually hate him anymore. Stop.
all right. I'm jokingly. Anyway, joke.
Continue. Rob,
Anyway,
our friend
me,
Robbie.
me and Robbie got stuffed into like I don't remember what car it was. I'm just gonna say it was a Prius because it felt like the smallest car
Prius.
I've ever been in, and we were blindfolded and stuffed into the back of I'm gonna say a Prius. Um, and I am gigantic. I am a big person, and small spaces and big people do not go together. And it was dark, and I was so scrunched in, and I was freaking out, right? And I was just like scared, like, what if they crash with us in the trunk? Every bad thing I could possibly imagine is going through my mind. And not only that, Robbie was in the trunk with me, so Robbie realizes I'm freaking out, so he's trying to calm me down. Because I'm like,
I'm
I don't know
dead.
why I was so scared, but I was so scared because big people shouldn't be in small things. Winky face. Anyway, um, but that was the first part. This doesn't end there. So I'm having a panic attack in the trunk of basically a Prius, and we're doing this game where we get dropped off, and we get dropped off in some guy's yard. We get marched out into this guy's yard, um, and me and Robbie are just there in the guy's yard while they're off, and they have to find us and tag us to keep us from getting to I think it's the Kangaroo gas station it's near where you lived when you lived in the same state.
I know what you're talking about.
All right, but we were in a man's yard, and we're just like looking around and like, all right, well, let's walk to the gas station now because that's the point of the game we're doing. Game. Anyway, so me and Robbie are walking, and we're wandering along. We're in like this churchyard, and near the churchyard is like the trail, right? So we're on the trail, and we're sort of like making our way to it because we've seen like radio towers, so we know basically where we are, but not really. So we're like walking towards where we think is the Kangaroo gas station, and we see them looking for us. So we jump down, we go prone, right? Because Robbie's a fucking expert. And he plays his Call of Duty, and damn it.
Continue.
Anyway, so we're laying prone stuff. We're waiting for them to go past. They go past. We go down a little. We get up. We walk down a little bit more. And Robbie's suddenly just like, get the fuck down and stuff. But like whispered, so he's like, and everything's quiet. And we're laying there prone. And all the people who are supposed to be chasing us are like 5 feet from us.
Oh my god.
And they don't see us because we're all wearing black.
Beautiful, yeah, that's safe.
And they're 5 feet away from us. Like this is a foot, and this is my elbow.
I can think about how much 5 feet is. I've got it.
It was probably less than 5 feet because I was scared. Anyway, so that was already. So the trunk, combined with them almost finding us because we were really close, was a lot. Not the scary part. Not the most scary part, at least.
There's more.
So they run around, and me and Robbie are still like watching them because they're still in the area. They can still hear where we are. So they're walking around in our general vicinity trying to find us, and these guys walk up, and they assume, as they're right to, that it's me and Robbie. So they run full speed at them at 4 o'clock in the morning, thinking it's me and Robbie. And then, like, the guys got, like, spooked up, so they looked like they were about to, like, beat the shit out of my friends. And me and Robbie we're trying to not to let them notice that we're watching them because we don't want to get tagged, but also we're worried that they're going to get stabbed or something crazy.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
So me and Robbie are like, what the fuck should we do? What the fuck should we do? What are we going to do? And me and Robbie are just like, if they pull out like a gun or anything, like we're running. We're fucking running. We're gonna stop the shit.
We're just. Oh, I thought you were saying you're gonna run away. Like you're just like.
No, who
cares about our friends? Let's just save ourselves.
Okay, I would do that. I don't know about.
I would do that. I wouldn't.
I'm gonna see Robbie at racetrack and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck, Gray?" Anyway. So we're just.
Robbie's gonna call me and goes, "What the fuck, Taylor?"
So we're just laying there, right? And we're just worried. We're just worried because we don't want to see our friends get stabbed for no reason. But a certain curly-haired individual was like, no, we're just playing a game. And the guys like sort of backed off and they walked away. And that was all good. So because that general vicinity had almost turned into like a fucking crime scene, because a certain curly-haired individual was stupid enough to run at these people, thinking that they were us, which he is right to. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, it was dark out. But they run away because they don't want to like go back and have to deal with these people walking again, because that shit was pretty invasive.
Did you guys win the game or what?
Shh, we're getting to it.
This is the longest story ever.
Shush, you wanted a story. So they run away. They run away, leaving us clear. So we're running and running and running, and then we hear the car come from behind us, and they come back. And me and Robbie are like breaking full speed, running, and then we get there. We won the fucking game. Then I left, because I couldn't fucking deal. I couldn't fucking deal with all this shit. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to go home and get sleep. I didn't want to get stabbed or anything.
I have a question.
All right.
How long ago was this?
This was several months ago. This was almost before I left for college.
Oh, okay. I was like thinking like several months ago, like since you got home from college, since I've been here.
No. This was
okay.
This was after the Breeze concert. No, not after. Yeah, kind of. I think after.
All right.
I believe so. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever done that. I think the scariest thing I've ever experienced besides that, or anywhere near that, is when we
But
went
you
to.
see, you have like real life things that got you like legitimately shocked, and I was freaked out during a game.
That's because you were allowed to do those things. I was home all the time at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, because
except in Ybor. There was
yeah,
nothing scary about Ybor except for the fact that it was Ybor, Tampa, and that's just a scary city in
well,
itself.
even with Tampa is just like not the best place.
It's
It's
scary.
pretty. It'd be cool if I was over 21, but seeing as I am under 21,
We're both under 21.
we're under
I
both.
mean, it was pretty cool for what we went for, but like just walking down the street, it was generally sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy, fun but sketchy.
Like I'm
There's
pretty
cool
sure I
shit to
saw a
look
dude that
at
was
anymore.
nude and just had a
There's
glow
cool
stick
shit
and
to
was
look at in all
drunk.
of Tampa, but some parts of Tampa are pretty sketchy. It's
Meh.
getting better though. Like Tampa was way worse a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Um, I don't have anything else to talk about.
You wanna close for right now, or do you wanna like call up your friend to see if they can get us something else to talk about?
He
And
went to
I can
bed.
go on for another half hour talking about a
He went.
story.
He went to bed. I don't have a lot of stories. I mean, I have a lot of stories. You get me on a rant, I'll rant forever. It's
Yeah,
just
you'll
I
rant.
just
You'll rant past forever.
yeah. I don't have anything that I'm to like rant like I need to rant about or anything. I don't have anything to talk about. I mean bring up a story and I'll talk about it, but I don't really have exciting stories that aren't sad.
All right.
Well, I don't. I mean like I have stories, but I didn't do much in high school. I was that girl that was like, yeah, she'd be cool to hang out with, except she's never allowed to
I
hang
was
out, so
that
we're not
guy who
going
never
to.
really came out of the shell until random times where I did.
Like I would have
Like
if
I
I would
pretty
have
much
been
played to
allowed.
myself.
I was just never allowed.
Yeah, I was. I'm more talkative and more adventurous now than I was back in high school, I suppose.
Exactly. Like
But
I was
that's
talking
because
to a
now
kid in
I
high
really
school.
don't care about anyone thinking anything of me.
This is
Really?
why I've been on 3 different YouTube channels now.
Yeah.
I guess
By the way, Raging Dorks, check them out. Hell yeah.
yeah. I was about to say. I
Plug.
guess I should self promote here.
Yes.
Raging Dorks on YouTube is a thing. I'm in it, and 6 of my friends are in it. We're pretty cool. I like us, so you should like us.
I enjoy you guys.
Also, I'm gonna promote my friend, my other friend, who's also in the Raging Dorks, but he's also in another thing. His name's Trent, but he's in a thing called Hard Point
What was
Productions.
the what was the thing he tried to call himself at the beginning of the first Dorkcast? Where you
Oh,
guys
did you watch that? You watched that?
Yes, I watched that. I got to there and I was like, I
Okay,
don't know if I can.
in Hardpoint Productions they do a not so elite cast, and
Uh,
he usually introduces himself as Tor or Torrent, and so he was trying to call himself Tor, and we're like, that's not your name.
like TOR.
Torr or something like that. Yeah.
All right.
Like
Look at me judging weird names,
I
being
was about
Gree'hah
to say.
Savijay.
I was about
I
to
should
say. I
tell
mean,
that story. I should. Would it be okay if I tell that story? All right. Um, I am a gigantic theater, music nerd, everything like that. We were gonna have a theme song. We chose not to air it in this episode, but I have a theme song based on Sicut Cervus by Giovanni Pierluigi de Palestrina because I'm that much of a fucking music nerd that I will make our theme song based upon a Renaissance era composer. But I'm nerdy. I like theater too, and I was in drama in high school. And we went to the Florida State Thespian Festival, which is like 8,000 people deep, right? And we all have name tags. And I go into a unisex bathroom because I didn't really want to go into. Okay, here's my thing. I don't like being in bathrooms with other people.
Mhm. What?
Fair, fair.
Oh no, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
It just freaks me out. It freaks me out. So I went to this random like unisex bathroom, and I lost my name tag. And I have a really cool name, a really interesting name, which is my real name. Should I tell them my real name?
We've already said it like 12 times at this
All
point.
right. My name is Edward Gray Savage. My name tag said Gray Savage. I like it because I have like a built-in rock star name.
He's a color. He's
I'm a
just a
color.
color.
I'm a color. Anyway, but it's spelled really weird. It doesn't look like gray the color. It looks like gray, like sleigh, but gray. So I left my name tag in the unisex bathroom at the Florida State Thespian Festival in the Tampa Community Center. And this lady who didn't speak English found my name tag and called up my drama teacher and said,
I
"Hey,
remember this story.
I'm looking for a Mr. Gree'hah Savijay. If you can find him, tell him that I have his name tag, and he should know that he needs to take his name tag and not leave it in the bathroom." I don't know why she needed to sound like that, but in my head she did. But I've been called Gree'hah Savijay by both the drama departments and choir departments at our school since that incident.
Gree'hah Savijay.
Gree'hah Savijay.
See, but
It's
like,
weird. I have two very interesting names that I go by, Gree'hah
I
Savijay
have,
and
I have
Great
maybe
Savage.
technically one, and that's TitoLynn. My actual name is Taylor Lynn Ramsey, and it's not as fun.
It's slightly fun. It's sort of fun.
It's not that
No,
fun. It's very
Ramsey,
plain. It's very, all
Ramsey
of the
is
names are
an
very modern
island of
names.
onions.
It's
Ramsey
also
is
Jeff's
an
last
island.
name from Rooster Teeth.
Yep.
I've had it longer than he has, but that's not the
Yeah.
point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway,
Um,
TitoLynn.
TitoLynn. Mine's not as exciting. My brother just gave me the nickname. Like, he wanted. I came home from school today, and I guess he wanted me to think my grandma was crazy,
All right.
and she called me Tito,
My
but
grandma is crazy. Anyway.
it didn't really faze me. And so he just kind of continued to call me Tito. And sometimes, like, I told him when I started calling myself Tito on the internet, I told him, like, yeah, most of my friends from the internet call me Tito now. He's like, oh, that's right. Your name's not actually Tito. Like, he's called me that for like 2 years, and he forgets that my name's not actually
Does
Tito.
he? Does he do the? Does he like call you Taylor now just to like be the exception now? No, he still calls you Tito. Good.
I also remember he was trying to get everyone in the school to call me Tito, and
Uh,
Steven said another name. Steven, doesn't matter.
you suck. You suck. See, I've been being
Okay,
the
so here's the
professional.
thing. We haven't said last name, so it doesn't matter.
All
We said
right.
our last names. We can say their last names. But
All
our
right.
friend, but Steven, if we would do like solfege and
I feel
chorus.
like you were about to say his last name.
No, I was continuing on with the story.
But
Where we did
Steve,
solfege and then chorus or whatever. They started doing the T or T do, T for my name. They did it for
yeah,
like a
do
week.
re mi fa sol la ti do.
Do T do. We had
Yeah,
a whole.
you got uh, leading tone unison, basically.
It's funny because these are the high ones, and I don't ever sing high ever.
I'm still pissed off because he called me leading tone. Do you remember that? He had a
Eh.
poster. He had a poster where it was seemingly like the the tones go to like a club, and like the tonic was the hot girl, and the dominant was um the guy who wants to get with the hot girl.
Mhm.
You're making that face like I'm going
I'm
right
just
over your
I'm
head.
it's no, it's not going over my head. It's that I'm thinking of people as you're saying
Yeah,
it. So continue though. I'm not gonna say any of
but
them.
on the poster it was like leading tone, which is like T do, like tonic is do,
Mhm.
So is the dominant, blah, 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 blah. T is the leading tone. And it's a half step away from. I'm not going to fucking talk. No, I'm done talking theory, but I'll explain this. I just feel like I'm alienating people. But,
Hold on, hold on. Pause. We get real fucking nerdy. Continue.
all right.
But that's exactly what you're doing. Is you're getting real nerdy.
Good. They need to
I'm
know
not
we're
saying it's a
nerdy.
bad thing.
They need to
I'm
know
just
we're
saying
nerdy before they
that
know
we're
what they've
nerdy.
done.
That's
Imagine
supposed
like
to be
people they've
nice.
gotten this far into the thing and they're like, oh my god, they're nerds.
Oh
No.
my god, they're nerds. Just God.
Anyway, on the poster, leading tone was the guy who is always hanging, who wants to be with a hot girl, but the hot girl doesn't notice him, so he's just hanging around the hot girl constantly.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I
still
forgot
mad
that
at him,
happened.
still mad at him for that.
I forgot that happened. I'm
Thaddeus,
so sorry.
that's his middle name. No one will know who we're talking about. Mr.
I remember
Fatty
when I was dating that one dude. We won't say his name this time. Um, he came up with a song that every time I think of our course director,
names. Let's just say names.
I don't want to say this one for reasons.
All right.
But he came up with this song that every time I see our course director or think about our course director, I think of this song because I love his middle name, and it's just Thaddeus, Thaddeus. That's all I can think of sometimes.
Sherry by frickin' uh the Jersey Boys. Anyway,
All right.
I think we need to bring this to a close before we all embarrass ourselves more than we already have.
All
So,
I'm.
so I think to close, I should, dare I say, tell a story.
Oh Lord.
I,
I haven't
so
told one single good story because you haven't given me anything to run off of. But continue.
So I found the story where like uh, a public security officer, I think is what he's called. He's basically like a police officer for the college at the University of Oregon, and he got fired from being a public safety officer. He got fired from being a public safety officer because he and his coworkers at their morning briefings would make a list based off people they thought should eat a bowl of dicks. Eat a bowl of dicks. And they fired him for that. And that's bullshit. Because I think we're all so serious in life, and to fire someone for being silly and having something enjoyable to share with him and his friends and his coworkers is a bunch of bullshit. So I thought, in honor of whoever this guy is, who got fired for this bullshit, that we should make the Lost Woods Eat a Bowl of Dicks list. Eat a bowl of dicks. Anyway.
You can't see it, but okay.
Oh. What?
You couldn't really see it, but okay. It doesn't matter. We know what it says.
So I thought that every podcast to like sort of like pay tribute to this man who got wrongfully fired, and he did get wrongfully fired because that's bullshit, that we shouldn't pick 3 things, each of us, that should eat a bowl of dicks. And so I picked sciatica, Donald Trump's stupid face, stupid face, and the 2004 Orange Bowl.
I didn't pick anything because this was just told to me right before this podcast, and I have to put more thought to mine because I'm not as good as Gray.
You're not as good as me at picking random things that should eat a bowl of dicks. So you
I'm
don't
not.
think anything should eat a bowl of dicks. What pisses you off? Come on. What
I
shit
mean, like
eat a bowl of
people,
dicks?
girls who don't wear who can't wear heels, like they walk like penguins.
Okay, girls who can't wear heels.
Girls who can't wear heels.
All right.
Meaning, and then that sounds kind of offensive. Meaning girls who don't practice in walking in heels before they go out in public. You walk like a
Oh,
penguin. Don't walk like a penguin.
I mean the
I think
people
like a
who are like,
penguin's weird.
eh, eh.
Yeah. Um, Fake rednecks. Those people
What?
who are those fake rednecks. Everyone in Florida.
Fake rednecks? Not
There's
just
this.
like real rednecks?
Let me tell you a thing. There's real rednecks who are actually Southern people who are legitly the thing, and then there's the fake ones who just kind of act like it and think this is cool.
Here's the thing. I would prefer Southern people. Like, I'm a Southern man. Sometimes my accent comes out. I've worked hard to not sort of like speak this because I feel like it shows off like an air of ignorance. Because of rednecks who revel in their own ignorance.
It's not all rednecks.
And
You have
that
to
is
understand. No. Because my family's kind of full of rednecks. They're not. That's not the problem. The problem is the fake ones, the ones who overly do it, the ones who like, ma'am, I got an accident. You didn't have an accident a year ago. Shut up.
Yankee. Phew.
You're a Yankee trying to be a Southerner. That's what I hate. That's the rednecks that have given us the bad names.
Poser rednecks.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Those are the ones I hate the most. Because like, they're like overly doing it. And you can tell, and it's annoying.
But you don't have any problem with like real rednecks.
No, because most of my family is.
Most of my family is too, but I still.
But I mean, I love my family, so I'm not gonna be like, I hate who they are. Plus, I sort of live in a very southern state. Kind of full of
I
them.
live in Florida.
Where you live in Florida?
If I was living in Chicago and you were living in North Carolina, but
let me explain to you a thing. No, I've lived in Florida for a very long time. Where you live in Florida, either place, college or not, you live in a very southern cultured place. There are very plenty of southern cultured places in.
Nah.
You need to let me finish before I hit you.
Yeah, hit me over the computer.
I don't think I won't find a way.
Gonna weird science hit me over the
But you live in a place where it's like, it's not very southern cultured. It may be a southern state, but where you live is very city oriented because there's a lot of people from the north who've come there and moved there, and most of the people I met were from New York. So that being said, you're not around you're around some southern people, but not around the majority of them. I'm around them all the time now. Like everywhere I go, everyone's southern.
All the time?
All the time. Just get... Yep. But, with that being said, I think we should end it. We're about to push an hour. We're a little shy of an hour. So,
you still need to put the third thing on your eatable.
Oh, I have to have a third thing. Okay.
You've got girls who can't wear heels.
What's that? Western Baptist. That church? I can't say the name of.
Poser rednecks.
Who picketed Brennan Urie's concert. Or Panic at the Disco's concert.
Right.
Them.
The Westboro Baptist Church.
Thank you. I can't say it.
This I cannot agree with more.
There you go. Put me on the spot and you get results, I guess. Don't ever do that. But
this is why it was good to like wait until the end of the show for you to put these down, because now we got a few extra minutes of conversation out of it.
True.
All right. So I guess we should sign off.
With that being said, thank you for watching this, for everyone who's going to watch it later. This has been the first ever Lostwood podcast. I very much hope to have another one very soon. you have any last words for the
Uh,
wonderful people?
I'm Gree'hah Savijay,
And
and
I'm TitoLynn.
have a nice fucking day, guys.
That's what I meant to do, not that. This.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
Bye.